Hi doll friends, this is Michael Canadas with the Carmel Doll Shop and the Grovian Doll Museum. Today we are filming our virtual class on Mademoiselle Polichinelle, but our good friend Rachel Hoffman asked us to stop for a minute and give a shout out message to all of the Summer Fling people that are signing up for her amazing event that she has coming up. We agreed as support to the doll community here at the Grovian to provide the programs. So we're really happy to do that. We're excited about it. There's lots of programs in the works. You're even going to get to cook with David Robinson. He's going to make a wonderful summer meal. We have lots and lots of programs. Like one, we're going to have 4 centuries of cookware in miniature. That's one of them. And then, of course, the white party. Various French fashion things. But the one thing that I'm very excited about, we are going to be creating a free pattern for you to download. Our boutique is going to provide the proper fabrics for it if you like, but you of course don't have to purchase those. And we're going to do it in 2 sizes. We're going to do it in size 4, which is the standard size for a French fashion doll by just about all the makers. And size 4 is about a 17 and 3/4 inch doll. But we're also going to do it in the very popular 14.5 inch size that is being used right now for the Hirés and the Doleacs and whatnot. So the inspiration for it is our doll that's in the museum, and this is the Doleac. And it is a spectacular dress. You know, the one thing about when you have, don't you agree with me on this, Jose? When you have the real dress to look at, isn't that really helpful to be getting it right? Absolutely. Yes. So we actually have the real dress to work with to get this right. So now it's not going to be a problem in this size to get it to look right, but we're going to use some of our tricks that we know to get it to look right for the 14-inch doll, because the 14-inch doll has a little pot belly. So we're going to, as I suck in, we're going to make the pot belly go away, and we know how to do that. When you have had some operatic training in costuming, you know how to make a pot belly go away. So we're going to do that. I will tell you right now, the disclaimer is that this is not an easy dress to make. It's very, it's doable, don't you agree? Elaborate, yes. It's elaborate, it's doable. What we have right here in front of us, this is not a doll dress, you know, in the sense of a dolly dress. This is a miniature garment. This is made exactly like the real dress. It's called a princess line dress. There's very few of them left because if you notice, there's no separate piece. It's one piece, and that's what makes a princess line dress. So we're going to get all these details in. We're not going to try to hide the elbows on the dolls. We are going to use these short little sleeves because this is so much a part of the era. But what we are going to do is make for you a faux opera length glove. A lot of collectors don't realize when their dolls have white leather bodies, that is meant to be white leather gloves. So in order to do this ball gown, you need to have, you don't want to hide anything. So we're going to just make you, almost like Barbie doll, some gloves to cover that. Now, you can only get the details if you're here in life and in person. So we're going to do all this lacing in the back. We're going to do all this various tucking. And my most favorite thing of all is the fan pocket. And this is going to be really fabulous quality material that we're going to offer for this. It's not the normal doll fabric. It's going to be people, almost couture people fabric. and we're going to do it in blue, and we're also going to do it in the very pale, pale coral. And if you hear heavy breathing and some grunting, it's not us. Bixby's. It's not David, it's Bixby.
There he is.
There he is. So, yeah, you don't need that dress. Oh, he's coming up to look. You don't need that dress. So he heard the UPS truck driver here, so he thinks there's a box for him. So anyways, this is going to be a fabulous project. We're going to have the free pattern, and then we're going to have the virtual class to make it. And I think for our sewing classes, this will be our Gone with the Wind. It will be quite a bit, because there's a lot of steps. Not only are there the steps to do the outside, the inside of this garment is just as much a work of art as the outside. All of the seams are all bound with ribbon. So we are going to do this totally perfectly correct. And hopefully she's got amazing jewelry, and we're going to do our best to try to find the right kind of jewelry for people to have, because I mean this brooch hanging on a bow is just to die for. And this is actually old paste with it's silver plated. So we're going to do all that, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm glad everyone is excited about Rachel's Summer Fling. And there's a lot of things that are going to be happening. So I hope you sign up and support her in this. And do you have anything to say, Mr. David?
I'm good.
So David actually, and Kay, who, you know, Kay hasn't been around lately because she's wrapped in cellophane. They're going to cook together. So they're going to have a lot of fun with that. And do you want to tell them what you're going to cook, or are you going to?
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about that. It's going to be a luncheon, so something light. Probably pasta.
But you're going to do
something chicken. I think I have some ideas.
Yeah, but you're going to do things that they can prepare, that they can do.
Most everything's going to be the day before. You would prepare some of the day before, and then the day of you assemble it. So
which is great for people.
It's one of the things we serve at one of our at our Thursday night parties for our sewing workshop. I think it's going to be the it's like a pesto chicken salad, pasta chicken salad. But I got this great French comfort food cookbook that has a very interesting recipe for tomato basil bread, and it goes well with that, I think. So well, that's one of the things.
And I
still working on dessert.
I actually just tested his bread a few minutes ago, and it's to die for.
It's rich and tasty. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't want poor and you know, gnarly. We want
succulent.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean that is going to be a fun part of the convention, and that's the fun part. But then there's going to be a lot of fun learning, and later on we're going to talk about the boutique. I'm not going to go into that now, but we'll talk about the boutique. But we're also going to have some special kits that are going to be launched. We have 3 of our own, and then Cheryl Williams, who's agreed to do a wonderful kit for us for that. So there's going to be a lot of things happening with that. And then we're also launching our brand new, updated, phenomenal antique website, which, the poor thing is, I think, 15 years old or 17 years old.
Oh,
older. So it's our website that we have is an oldie but goodie, and we were very grateful for it and having it all these years. But we're doing a new up-to-date website, so that way, if somebody wanted to buy a pair of shoes or a dress or a doll, they don't have to email us or call us. They can just push the button and buy it. But you can still email and call us, right? Yeah. And so we've got a lot going on. But this is going to be a big project for Jose and I, because we've finished this Polichinelle class that we're doing this week, and then we have to get on to the drafting of this. But we can do this, don't you think?
No. But of course. Of course we can.
We can do it.
Yes, okay.
What we do is usually I'll do the first two parts of it, and then as I think I explained it yesterday, but you weren't here. None of you were here yesterday. What we will do is I will first work on this in paper. Then we take the paper and then we mock it up in muslin or some cheap fabric. Then then once it's done, I work on the muslin. I do the adjustments and sew it on, write on it. Then we take it apart, and then it goes to Jose, and then he'll make a pattern, and then we make it again, and we really make it until we get it absolutely right.
About 1,000 times.
About 1,000 times. Now, that being said, we don't do it for ourselves like that.
No.
Never. But because we're putting it out in the world and we want everything to match, and I did have one, the last Christmas dress, a lady called me up and said, your seam allowances are off by 1/16 of an inch. And I had to correct her. I said, my seam allowances are not off. I can't make you do the seam allowance. So yours is off, mine's not. But then I did get my ruler out, and in two places it was just off by 1/16 of an inch. So we try to really, so that by the time you get it, you should be able to make this. And again, the beauty of it is, to do it right, you have to use high quality material. High quality material, the best that you can find. But there's no embellishments on it. There's no trim, there's no lace, or there's just a little bit of lace, there's no trimmings. So it's simple and
It's just proper
elegant.
of the time period. They didn't really do that.
Yeah, they didn't
even in
put-
gown, So.
Yeah, I mean, this fabric was
Yes.
enough. And it is both hand and machine sewn, so even though it looks very epic, it can go fairly quickly, about a month. Anyways, doll friends, I hope you all sign up for Rachel's convention, Summer Fling, and we're going to have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.